Hey guys, so I'm out again. It's really cold, really windy. I'm hoping this audio will be alright. I think I'm going to try and jump in the car and record most of it because that audio yesterday was cutting in and out so much with this wind. We'll see how it goes. Right now it's kind of calming down, so maybe I can get the video done outside. But if you remember yesterday, today I wanted to talk a little bit about the idea of what we can do as photographers to use the skill and talent we've been given, I should say, as photographers, as a way to bring joy to people during the holiday season, a way to give a super personal and unique gift to loved ones, family members, friends, and maybe those less fortunate than we are. So I'm going to jump in the car because it's cold out, as you can probably tell, and we'll talk for just a minute about some ideas that maybe will be a little more obvious to some, and other ones that maybe are a little outside the box. Maybe not, we'll see. But just some ideas about gift giving and using the skill and talent we have as photographers to share and spread some joy to others during the holiday season here. So with that, let's jump in before I freeze. Okay, so we're in the car. Snow is coming down and it's still windy as all get outside. But like I said, let's talk a little bit about ways that we can spread a little holiday cheer, and maybe even not so much focus on the holidays, but just the idea of using our photography to spread a little bit of happiness and a little bit of joy, and maybe bring a little ray of sunshine or a little bit of kindness to loved ones, family members, friends, and anyone else that you'd like to just say thank you to, for whatever reason. You never really need a reason to be able to be kind, and that's kind of my whole theory with it. And oftentimes we as photographers, we get so wrapped up in the idea of, if we've got, our artwork, our prints, our photographs that we're making, it's hard to want to just give those away, because we start to realize that at the end of the day, we don't want to give away everything. And I'm not advocating that we should all, just give everything away for free by any stretch of the imagination, but more so the idea that a photography gift of some sort is something very unique and something very personal, because we've taken the time to craft it. And it's really a good way to give someone something that really means something, because unfortunately in today's day and age, what do we see a lot of? Oh, I want to say thank you, so I'm going to give you a gift card, or I'm going to give you, an e-shopping experience where you can go on Amazon or you can go wherever and you can buy whatever you want. That's fine. There's a time and place for that kind of thing as well. But I really do feel personally, because there is importance in the idea of photography, giving prints and seeing your work printed and up on the wall. And as cool as it is to see, your own work printed and up on your own wall, it's even cooler when you have it on someone else's wall and you know that they're enjoying it on a daily basis. So let's dive into just a couple ideas that we may want to look at as photographers that could really, make someone's day, or just bring a real sense of happiness and joy to them. So the first and obvious answer would be, of course, making photo prints and giving those. Now, photo prints are a little tricky because, it's always hard to decide what someone's going to want to see on their wall. And without, them saying specifically that, oh, I really love this print, I'd love to have it, and then you giving them that print, it's tough to just pick something and say, here you go, I gave this to you, and now hang it up on your wall, because maybe it's not going to go with their home, decorating scheme, or who knows what, or maybe it's not their favorite picture that you've taken. But there are ways around that. My favorite thing I do, I did it a number of years ago, just once, and I tried it out, and it ended up doing it a year or two in a row, and that was making a photo calendar where I'd pick 13 of my favorite images. You need one for each of the 12 months, and then one for the cover of the calendar. And by making those calendars, I gave them to gifts to a few family members, And then I decided, I feel kind of silly giving the same gift every year, and I didn't do it one year. And I got questions like, oh man, I was really hoping to get, the new calendar this year. I was looking forward to it. I look forward to it every year. And that's when I kind of realized that even though for me, it was kind of the same thing, obviously it was a set of 13 new pictures that they could enjoy over the course of a month. And it's not something that, was a large feature on their wall. It was something that they looked at daily, just, check what's going on, maybe write notes or whatever else. And something really useful, as well as a way to let them enjoy some of my favorite photographs over the last year. When I do my personal calendars, I tend to do them all with mostly landscape type images, nature scenes, wildlife, things like that. And I try and make sure that all the images fit together in a theme. That way, it's kind of a cohesive unit when they look at it or when they're flipping through from month to month. I didn't really want it to be a beautiful landscape on one month and then the next month a picture of my kids. Even though this is family members that I send these to, it's still, I like to keep a little bit more of a cohesive theme in it. And I decided to go just with the, landscape side of things because it's a way that I'm really able to share my vision and artwork with somebody. So photo calendars are a great way to go about it because you can include a number of different images. Along those same lines, and if you listen to the most recent episode of Shutter Time that I was on with Sid and Mac brought up a good point about using Lightroom to create books. I'm not positive, but I think Lightroom, when you order a book through them, I think they're using the Blurb service. If they are, great. If not, you can use Blurb or any other company you like. There's a few really, really good ones out there. Artifact Uprising is another one that I've really looked hard at, and they really look good. But a photo book, putting that together is a way, it doesn't have to be huge, it doesn't have to be super expensive, but it's a great way to say, hey, here's some of my favorite images I've made this year of whatever the topic is. Maybe it is family, maybe you want to create a little book or calendar or something like that with your favorite moments that you and your kids and family had, and you give that to like a grandparent or parent or something like that. The possibilities in a situation like that really are endless. I mean, you can put whatever you want in there. You can take as much time or as little time as you want to go into the, writing side of things and maybe writing a story or writing captions or things like that. I do, when I look at a photo book, I like to kind of include some written word along with my photos. It doesn't have to be under every single picture, but I feel it's just a way to kind of really bring that much more of myself into that gift. So photo books, calendars, prints. Those are three very easy ways to get your work out there as a gift to somebody that's a really unique gift and something you've made. And taken the time to create. And, it does sometimes take a little bit of work, planning throughout the year to, make sure you're putting together things that are going to fit for that end of year gift, or maybe it's a birthday or whatever it is. But it's worth it in the end. And it really doesn't take that much time. I know for myself, because I am shooting so much all the time anyways, the biggest time it takes me is to just go back and sit down and look through the last year of photos and try and figure out, a handful that will go well together, and just pick my favorites and narrow it down from, 1,000 or 500 or something like that over the year that I really like, and narrow it down to 20, 30, or, 10, 13, whatever it is. So that's something that's really cool also. On the print side, there's a lot of companies that are doing these, they're like a gift box set where you get, say, 25 prints. You pick your favorite 25 images, and then they print them and they come delivered in a box, in a bundle all together, a nice decorative box or whatever it may be. And it's a really nice way too to just say, hey, here's some smaller prints. They're usually 4x6 or maybe square 5x5, something like that, and they're just a really nice way to do that.
Jeez, does this guy ever shut up? Sorry guys, I decided to cut the video right there because I don't know what got into me, but I was a rambling fool today. So what I'm going to do is basically stop right there, which covers the first part of what I wanted to talk about in terms of photographers and ideas for giving unique gifts. Tomorrow, I'm going to put in the second part, which is going to talk more about using your skill and your talents to give a gift to someone that'll mean possibly even more than any prints or anything else you could give them. So it is a little rambly, but 'tis the season for gift giving. And so with that, you guys take care, have a great night, and I will talk to you tomorrow.